and welcome back to another art tutorial with me, Miss Chloe. Today I'm going to show you how to make these super cute foxes in a field of flowers. So what are you going to need today? Today you are going to need 2 pieces of A4 paper, any kind of paper. You're going to need some marker pens, some wax crayons, a ruler, a rubber, a glue stick, a black marker, a pencil, a pair of scissors, and you're going to need some water and a very small thin paintbrush. So the first part of this art tutorial is making the field of flowers. This is going to be the background for your fox to go on top of. So I'm going to show you how to make this field of flowers. For this, you're going to need wax crayons, marker pens. Your paper is going to be in portrait, and you're going to need your thin paintbrush and some water. So the first thing you're going to use is your wax crayons, and we're going to make the stems of the flowers. So we want to make sure that most of our flowers are going to be here at the top, because our fox is going to be stuck on the bottom in the middle. So if we draw any flowers in this area, we're not going to see them. So I'm going to start with my green wax crayon, and I'm going to do some wiggly lines of different lengths. And I'm going to make sure that the ones here are going to be really high up, because I know that my fox is going to go in this area. So I've done a light green, now I'm going to do a dark green. Lots of wiggly lines, they can go over the top of each other, it really doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to start with my flowers. So I'm going to do lots of different flowers. I can do ones that have a swirl in the middle, and then they have like an explosion of petals coming out, almost like a sun. I could do a tulip style, which is like a smile, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 three little points at the top. I might do another one of those, and another one of those here, because they're particularly effective. And I'm going to do some 3 little lines in those. Then I can do more of a traditional flower where I've got the circle with the petals going round like that. And I might do another one of those here. So I want to choose lots of nice bright colours. Nice. I'm going to do another spiral one here. Let's have some pink petals going around this one. And I'm going to do another one here. I think I'm going to do a circle with some more explosion style petals coming out of it. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to speed up this process so that you can watch me fill the rest of my field of flowers in, and I'm going to be using the wax crayons. Okay, and there is my field of flowers, all completed with using the wax crayons. Now I'm going to be using the marker pens, and I'm going to show you how we're going to add the marker pens. And this is what's going to give us this really nice kind of watercolor style effect. So the first thing you're going to do is use your green marker pens to go along the stems and the leaves. So I'll just show you quickly what I mean. So I'm going to fill in some of my leaves. Some of them I'll do with the dark green, and some of them I will do with my light green. And then I'm also going to draw a line next to my stems. I'm going to go all the way down, and I'll also do the same with my dark green. So very closely to the wax crayon lines. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the next process. So I'm going to speed up doing my stems. Once I've done my stems, I'll then fill in my flowers. So I can choose any colors. I might decide to do some pink in these ones. I might decide to go round the spiral with the yellow. And I'm basically going to be filling in some felt tip lines in amongst my wax crayon lines of my flowers. So I'm also going to speed that up as well. Okay, so I finished adding all my felt tip to my wax crayon, so I've got all my flowers ready. Now this is the bit where we transform this picture into this kind of dreamy style type picture. Now it's up to you. At this point you can stop and just keep your picture how it is, or you can do the next process to give it more this kind of dream-like feel. So all we do to give that dream-like feel is use our water. Because the felt tips are water-based, when we add water to them, they become almost like a watercolor paint and they start to blend in. So I would suggest doing all of the stems first. So as you can see, that green is already starting to spread. So the water kind of wakens up the felt tip marker and makes it almost like a paint. And I'm going to keep washing my brush every time I change color, because a bit like paint, it will all, if I start mixing my green with my orange and my yellow, I'm going to end up with a horrible brown mucky color. So I'm going to do all the green first, all the leaves, then I'll wash my brush and then I will start to do my flowers. So I'm going to speed up this process so you can watch and see how it happens in fast motion. Okay guys, so I finished now putting all my water all over the felt tip markers, and as you can see already we're starting to get this really beautiful like watercolor style dreamy field of flowers effect. So I'm going to leave this to dry now and I'm going to show you now how to get started on your fox. So the second step to this art tutorial is making this cute little fox to go on your field of flowers. So for this you're going to need your second piece of paper, and this time it's going to be landscape. And you're going to need a ruler, pencil, black marker and a rubber. So I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. So you're going to follow along with me as I draw. Okay, so to start with, we're going to start with the nose. So in the middle of your paper, you're going to draw a straight line, then a smile, and then we're going to go halfway across and we're going to do a line out like that, and then we're going to do another one halfway across in the opposite direction like that. And then from here we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, and they're going to get bigger, so small, medium and large. And then this line is going to join up with the bottom of the nose. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, and then join this at the bottom. Now we're going to do a great big rainbow. So from this side all the way up to this side. And then the ears, we're going to start from this very small baby whisker up and then down. So from this side with a small baby whisker up and then down. So we want them to be a little bit pointy. Then we're going to do some insides, like this. And of course, our fox needs some eyes. And then lastly, he needs, or she needs, a body. Okay, so we've got the basic outline of our fox now. Now we need to use our ruler because we're going to put some lines. These lines are going to be very faint, so you need to be very light with your pencil. So we're going to do a ruler going from the middle here, very lightly with my pencil because we'll be rubbing these out later, like this. And then I'm going to do 1, 2. You can do as many lines as you like. There's no set amount. Like this. Maybe I've got room for one more. Perfect. And then we don't really need the ruler now. And then here on the face, we're going to do from the corner of the nose, we're going to do very lightly to the first whisker, and then the second whisker, and then to the third whisker. So on this side as well, from the corner to the first whisker, second whisker, and the third whisker. Okay, then you're going to need your black marker pen. First thing you're going to do is you're going to outline the nose and the eyes, and you're going to colour these in solid, in black. And then we want to put a little light reflection in the corner. And the same, but on the opposite side, a little light reflection. And then fill that in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to outline the rest of the lines, but we're not going to do these ones inside, and we're not going to do these ones inside either. So I'm going to speed up now, and then I'm going to show you the next process. So speeding up now. Okay, so now we're going to fill in the fur, and we're going to be using lots of different lines. So inside the ear, I'm going to do quite large lines and quite far apart. So large lines, and they've got quite a big space between them. There we go. Then round the outside of the ear, I'm going to do lots of little lines, and they're going to be very close together. So we're kind of giving the effect of fur. So we're giving our fox some texture, and texture is also one of the 7 elements of art that we learn about in my art lessons. Okay, and then I would go ahead and do the same thing on the other ear. Okay, then on the face, I'm going to do the same style as this, but this time my lines are going to be vertical. So lots of them and very close together. And I'm going to do mine in rows, but you could do yours in any direction. You could do them diagonally, like this, or diagonally the other way, or you could even do horizontal ones. So you can play around with lots of different styles. And then once you've filled in this area, you're going to start to do the face. And this is where we're going to use our pencil lines that we put in. So we're going to do long lines that fill in the whole of that section. And they're quite large, and they are quite far apart. So I will fill in each one of those. Okay, then I would go ahead and do the same on the other side, and the same here, but this time I'm going to do diagonal. So I'm going to fill in each section diagonally, like so. And then on the other side, I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Okay, and I'm going to fill in both sides. So I'm going to speed up now and fill in the rest of my fox. Okay, so I finished my fox. Now the next thing to do would be to cut the fox out using a pair of scissors. Once you've cut out your little fox, you now need to get your rubber and rub out all of those lines that we very faintly put in at the beginning. Once you've done your rubbing out, you can then get your field of flowers and then you can glue your foxes onto your beautiful flower backgrounds. And there you have it. Have some fun, play around and experiment, and I look forward to seeing your photographs on Class Dojo. Enjoy, guys!